Hello and welcome students in this virtual classroom of English. Now in this lecture we are going to deal with English textbook. In textbook section number 1, that is first section, is having stories. There are 6 stories, but 1.1 being neighborly is omitted by the syllabus committee, Government of Maharashtra, due to pandemic. Now we will go to 1.2 on to the summit. We reach the top. This is an adventurous story of 2 mountaineers who successfully completed their mission to climb Mount Everest. Tenzing Norgay has written this article. Tenzing Norgay, 1914-1986 lifespan, known by birth as Namgyal Wangdi and often referred to as Sherpa Tenzing, was a Nepali Indian Sherpa mountaineer. He was one of the first 2 individuals known to reach the summit of Mount Everest, which he accomplished with Edmund Hillary from New Zealand on 29 May 1953. Tenzing described the adventurous journey to the top, and all events occurred during the historic climb. The article also describes what brought him to climbing mountains. Dear students, Mount Everest, you know the height, the altitude, 8,848 feet altitude, Mount Everest. And onto that summit, these 2 mountaineers successfully climbed Mount Everest on 29 May 1953. These 2 mountaineers are Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. Tenzing Norgay, he is from Nepali Indian, so by born Nepali and settled in India, that's why Nepali Indian, he is known as Sherpa. Edmund Hillary from New Zealand, and they accomplished their mission to climb Mount Everest. This is an autobiographical writing written by Sherpa Tenzing. So page number 16 we will go. I request all the students to open the textbook and you have to follow with me. Simultaneously we are reading an explanation of the particular story. On to the summit, we reach the top. When we left Camp 9 on Friday morning, I was determined to get to the top on this day. That morning I remember thinking I was to get to the top even if I die. I was not afraid to die that day. We set out early and all the way from Camp 9 to peak we alternated. So there is a description in first paragraph that they successfully started their journey, their adventurous journey to Mount Everest. And both of them had decided that they will get the top even if they die. This is determination. Second paragraph, I would take the lead and then Hillary. It is decided. First, Sherpa Tenzing, he will march ahead and then Hillary will follow him. The man who follows when climbing has a difficult job both in climbing up and climbing down. Yes, he is the anchor. The man going in the lead cuts the steps and breaks the way. The man who is going, who is front, he is making the way, making the pavement to the following person. In my pocket I had 4 flags. When we were still at Camp 4, Colonel Hunt gave me 3 flags, those of Britain, the United Nations and Nepal. He charged me with the duty of planting them on the top of the world. These 3 flags are in your care, he said. When you and Hillary reach the top, put them at the peak. I am sure that you and Hillary are going to do it. I told Colonel Hunt that I was carrying the Indian flag with me and I would like to be on the top with the other flags. I had to ask Colonel Hunt's permission in his capacity as leader of the expedition. So who is the leader of expedition? Expedition म्हणजे mission, Muhim. Colonel Hunt is the leader. And two mountaineers, their names are Tenzing Norgay, that is Sherpa he is known as, and Edmund Hillary. And Colonel Hunt gave 3 flags: Nepal, United Nations, Britain. And one more flag, Sherpa Tenzing, he is having in his pocket. So 4 flags he wanted to plant as soon as they reach the top. Indian flag. Colonel Hunt said, by all means, I am glad to know that you brought an Indian flag. After 1 hour of steady going, we cut across from the south face and started up the west side where we had to pass up a steep line of rocks. This was slow and difficult. Once we had cleared these, there was nothing barring our way to top but a snow covered in clean, sloping less and less as it neared the top. It is difficult journey to climb the mountain. To climb the mountain and to get down from mountain. Climbing up and climbing down is difficult job. That's why it is an adventurous job. And these 2 mountaineers are daring to accomplish the mission. These last 60 or 70 feet up to the top were not very dangerous. But we kept up the same steady pace and we reached the small flattened summit almost together. Summit, that is peak, highest point. Both of them, they reached the particular summit. During the last 50 feet from the peak, Hillary and I were moving about 20 feet apart. When we were climbing, we had distance of 20 feet between us. We were tied together with a rope. Most of the time the rope was loose. But when we went over dangerous ground, we drew it taut, tight. Sometimes the rope used to be loose, sometimes it used to be very tight. Because whenever dangerous position comes, everybody was managing each other. And they were climbing the mountain. Because Mount Everest, the climbing up and climbing down is really dangerous work. And these 2 brave, bold people, they are doing this one. This rope was a symbol. It tied us together. One could not move without the other. We were not 2 individuals but a team. So the rope brings 2 persons, 2 individuals into a team. That's why it is a symbol of unity. It is a symbol of oneness. It is a symbol of what we can say, to be with one. I have been asked many times, who was first? When we were within reach of the summit, I did not think of who was going to be first. I am sure that Hillary was not thinking that. So, many times people used to ask us, who was first to reach? But, genuinely I am saying, who was first, that thought was neither in my mind nor in Hillary's. Climbing takes all your attention. You have many more important worries. So, the selfish thought, who was first or I will reach first, that was not in our mind. Because while climbing up, we are having worries and other work also we have to follow. And we were doing that. What does it matter whether I reach the top first or Hillary? Our main thought was that both of us reach the top. We had to. One couldn't do it alone. If there had been a difference of 1,000 feet between us, then one could make the claim that he was first. But even then, only the man behind him could confirm the distance between the 2 of them. When we reached Kathmandu, we discovered that a controversy had arisen. We talked it over. Hillary, Colonel Hunt and I, we agreed that all the talk was childish. Kathmandu is the capital city of Nepal, and we reached Kathmandu When they reached Kathmandu, they discovered that a controversy had arisen. They talked it. What is the controversy? Hillary, Sherpa Tenzing and Colonel Hunt, they talked about it and they agreed that it is childish thing. So we made a pact. Pact means deal. So we made a pact and each of us signed it in the office of the Prime Minister of Nepal. Each one signed his own statement. I have a copy of Hillary's statement which I carry in my pocket. So on one pact, we did one agreement. And on that agreement, we signed and each of us was keeping each one's copy. So I was having a copy of Hillary. And in that copy, what was written? It reads Kathmandu, June 22, 1953. On May 29th, Sherpa Tenzing and I left our high camp on Mount Everest. So on 29th May, they reached. Okay. So on 29th May, Tenzing Sherpa and I left our high camp on Mount Everest for our attempt on the summit. As we climbed upwards to the south summit, first one and then the other would take a turn at leading. We crossed over the south summit and moved along the summit ridge. We reached the summit almost together. We embraced each other, overjoyed at our success. Then I took photograph of Tenzing holding aloft the flag of Great Britain, Nepal, United Nations and India. There is another paper like this in English, signed by me. Thus, we will not take part in any controversy. As the statement says, Hillary and I embraced when we reached the top. We did as well as our bulky equipment would let us. I remember saying to him, we have done it. But we couldn't hear, we had our oxygen mask on it. So, on the particular date, very clearly it is written, we reached the summit together. There was no selfish sentence, there was no selfish thought in those people's mind. And neither they have written a selfish sentence that I reached first. No, we reached first. This is the unity. This is the combination of two friends, one soul, two bodies, oneness in one soul. So this is the very good example. Whenever we are also keeping our friendship, we have to do the same motive that we are one. In difficulties, we are, helping each other, cooperating each other. First thought. What was the first thought when reaching the summit on the peak of the mountain? My first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude to God. My first thought, Sherpa Tenzing says, my first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude to God. Oh God, thank you very much. Oh Almighty, you have successfully completed our mission. That gratitude thought came in my mind. That after having failed 6 times, he had blessed me with fulfillment of this desire I had held so long. So, Sherpa Tenzing, prior he had attempted 6 times, but he failed. And on 7th time, he became successful. And that's why he is thanking God. Oh God, you have given me a successful accomplishment of the mission. I placed on the summit the offerings to God that I had carried with me. I offered something to God on that summit, what he had carried. This is in accord with any religion. Both my wife and I are Buddhist. Sherpa Tenzing says, both myself and my wife are Buddhists. I could not kneel because of my clothes and equipment, but I offered a silent prayer in my heart. He offered a silent prayer in heart. The offerings were biscuits, candy, and a little blue pencil. My youngest daughter, Nima, had given me the pencil before I left home. She asked me to put it on the top of the mountain as her offering. It was an ordinary blue pencil, not even a long one, but it was one of her prized possession. Sherpa Tenzing says, my daughter named Nima, she had also given me a responsibility to hand over the offering to God on the summit of Mount Everest, on the peak of Mount Everest. So I offered from my side, from my wife's side, and from my daughter's side, the offerings I kept on the peak of Mount Everest. As I put it down, I pointed it out to Hilary. He gave me a big smile, showing that he understood. My friend, mountaineer friend, Edmund Hillary from New Zealand, he smiled by watching what I was putting, and he understood the purpose and the reason also. Then I got out the flags which I had on piece of string about 4 feet long. I fastened one end to my ice axe, and Hilary took picture as I held it up. As I had to bring my ice axe down with me, I buried one end of the string in the ice on the top and the other in the snow on the slope down below. When we left, they were lying flat against the summit. I was very thirsty. I took out a water tumbler for a drink, but found the water in the metal container had frozen, so I couldn't quench my thirst. I ate some biscuits and offered some to Hilary. So students, it is a real examination of mountaineers. This is a very great task of mountaineers, because they are thirsty, but they can't drink water because water in the metal bottle, it is totally frozen, and that's why both of them couldn't quench their thirst. So what did they do? They ate some biscuits. Sherpa Tenzing brought out some biscuits. He ate some biscuits and offered to Hilary some. I was wearing a red scarf which my great friend Lambert, leader of the 1952 Swiss expedition, had given me last year. It was just a year ago, on May 28th, when we were standing at 28,215 feet, that he gave me the scarf. Sherpa Tenzing has described that he was wearing a red scarf, and it was given by his friend Lambert. He was the leader of Swiss expedition in 1952. That earlier try he had done. I wore it all the way up to the mountain from Darjeeling. As I stood at the top, I remembered him and felt that he was with me. I felt absolutely fit at the summit. My friend was absolutely clear. I didn't feel tired. I felt exhilarated. It was a very clear sensation. Exhilarated means very happy. That he was very happy that he had successfully completed mission. And he remembered his friend Lambert also, because he was wearing a red scarf. And as he stood at the top, he remembered him and felt that he was with me. He felt absolutely fit at the summit. His mind was absolutely clear. And that's why he didn't feel tired, he felt exhilarated. Below, all the hills and mountains looked like gods and goddesses to me. Symbolism. This is the pantheism, the thinking of pantheism, the soul, the body, and the heart and the mind is accepting that everywhere there is God. It is pantheism. This is the philosophy we call pantheism. Thus, I was watching only hills and mountains, and I was thinking these are nothing but gods and goddesses. The plains below looked like so many broken pieces of the map. 2 or 3 people could stand there on the roof of the world if you cut ice. 20 or 30 feet below the top there was enough flat square for 2 people to sleep. You could pitch one tent there. The summit is flat on one side and the steep on another side. On the peak of the mountain, there is not much space. Okay? Only two people can stand, three people can stand there. There is snow on the northern side, rocks on the south and east, and a snowy rock on the west. We stayed on the top a little more than 15 minutes. We were lucky that there was no gale. Gale means a strong wind. We were lucky that there was no gale, gust of wind, it was not there. It was not blowing. Otherwise, we would have faced an accident. We were lucky that there was no gale, or it would have swept us off. My next thought was how to get down safely. So, both of the mountaineers, Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary, they successfully climbed the mountain onto the summit on 29th May, and now they are climbing down. And my next thought was how to get down safely, because it is also difficult work to get down safely. On the descent from the summit, I was walking behind Hillary. I was following him and holding the rope tightly, and my determination was to make sure he descended safely. I must say that the climb down was more difficult and dangerous than the climb up. See, students, again. I must say that the climb down was more difficult and dangerous than the climb up. If you slip down, you would go into Kangsbang Glacier and there would be no trace left of you. It's a very risky, very dangerous position and situation while climbing down. That's why this is to climbing and rappelling. These sports adventures are of bold and brave people, brave students. They can do this because it needs confidence, it needs self-reliancy, it needs determination, power. Then and then we can do adventure camp. We can go to adventure camp or rappelling or mount climbing or jungle safari. This is all the activities belonging to adventurous things. So they successfully completed mission to reach the top of Mount Everest, and now they are getting down. And when they are getting down, climbing down, they are having the thought to get down safely. Each other. More caution needed. Of course, it took less time climbing down, but you needed more hoshiyar. You must be hoshiyar. Hindi word is used here, hoshiyar, which means cautious. You must be cautious. When I reached Camp 9, my first thought was, thank God we have been spared an accident. And if up to the snow there have been no accidents, I hope there will be none in future. I had always prayed to God and He had saved me. Somewhere, Sherpa Tenzing, believing in God, and he thanked God for one camp he completed. Both of them, they climbed down and he thanked God that you spared us from accident. At Camp 9, Hillary and I were in no mood for any talking. We just attended to our own things. We stayed there about half an hour. We boiled some snow. We boiled some snow to make lemon water and drank it. When we left, we took only our sleeping bags and left everything else behind in the tent. From Camp 9 to Camp 8, where we spent the night, was an easier job. Just above Camp 8, where the others could see us, I raised my arm with my thumb up. Noise. Lowe saw us and their faces flushed with joy. In this way, I was able to tell them of our success. As we got nearer to Camp 8, Lowe came to meet us and came up about 300 feet with tea and coffee. So they are coming down from the summit of Mount Everest and they are describing the experiences and the faces, what are the things, people and the camps, and they are coming down safely. Last paragraph. After 50 feet down, we met Noyes, who brought us more tea. This tea smelled kerosene. Apparently, it had been made in a hurry, and somehow some kerosene got into the welcome cup. But I thought, since the gentleman had taken so much trouble to bring it, I was going to enjoy it, weather the smell. So, dear students, this is an article written by Tenzing Norgay, and it is an autobiographical sketch, we can say. He has penned down his experiences, his friend mountaineer Edmund Hillary's participation, and his contribution to successfully accomplish the mission. And these two friends, Tenzing Norgay, Nepali Indian, Edmund Hillary, a New Zealand mountaineer, both of them climbed Mount Everest and they reached the summit, the top, that is the peak, and successfully both of them they reached the particular summit together, they embraced together, and they planted 4 flags there on the summit, and they thanked God, they offered prayer, they offered some offerings, and safely they came down from place to place, staying and thanking everybody. In this mission, they have shown their unity, their patience, their desire, their self-reliancy, their determination power, and their perseverance to accomplish the mission. Perseverance is very important, students. Whenever you are doing one thing, whenever you are completing anything, you must having perseverance and confidence in you that you can complete the particular thing within the said period. So that's why this is really inspirational story, a real text written by Tenzing Norgay, and we should take a lesson from this, that whenever we are doing or accomplishing one thing, we must be one dedicated to the particular thing so that we can do it very easily. So you must have strong willpower and determination, then and then you will accomplish any mission in your life you are facing. So this was a very interesting story, my dear students. You do one thing, you read one more time and you can enjoy it, you can gather knowledge. You also take information about Mount Everest and different mountaineers and who was the first lady to climb the mountain. You have to go to Google and you search about Mount Everest and the highest peak in India and the highest peak in Nepal. What are the names of these two peaks? You have to find it out and you have to do. So your homework is you have to write the summary, 1-page summary of this story, and you have to send on my WhatsApp number 9850 610 260. So this is the thing that you have to do, and I advise you people on page number 21, 22, 23 and 24 there are some activities. These are very simple activities. Just you have to read and you have to solve these activities as much as possible. You can solve in English notebook. I will check these activities when our college will reopen after this pandemic. So dear students, it is kind advice to do the things which are suggested or advised to do it. Right now, you enjoy the story? Yes, I think so. And you have to write the summary and you have to send the homework to my WhatsApp number. Thank you very much for having a great time with us here. Thank you.